This is Treehouse Sanctum, and you're listening to the Literati Records Podcast.
You slept through the back gate, your light legs all bare, and all your virtue of the timber runs in the better winter air. A light one night, lone shot in the dark, caught me unaware. Mischief calling, astonished by the scene. I see you hiding there, shining. Blue eyes playfully, I'm glad you came along. Gravity turned on for this game of hide and seek from 40 moons ago, buried down below. Love I'm willing to exude with help from your perfume. Natural and sweet, coming with a smile, just lingering a while, a comfortable sleep. Is there scanning love or or what's it look like when it's right? When it's right, when it's this game of hide and seek some 40 moons ago, now buried down below. Long willing to exude with help from your perfume. All natural and sweet, coming with a smile, just
welcome to episode 78 of the Literati Records podcast. I'm your host Marcus, and I want to thank you for tuning in, turning on, and supporting independent music. We got a cool show for you today. Our guest is Treehouse Sanctum, and I want to thank them for hooking us up with a new single that we debuted last week on Local Mix Monday. First off, though, let's knock out our housekeeping. Well, it's a new month, and that means a new $100 cash giveaway winner. If your email begins "I burn slower," send us an email from that account to literati@literatirecords.com to claim your prize. Once again, if your email begins "I burn slower," send us an email from that account to literati@literatirecords.com to claim your prize. We also encourage you to connect with us via Facebook and Twitter. That's where we like to connect with the larger independent music community. Of course, good old email works too. You can hit us up at literati@literatirecords.com. Give us your feedback. Let us know about an upcoming show or album release, or whatever's on your mind. Attention bands, you can use the artist submission form on our website to get us tracks for our Local Mix Monday show. We're always looking for new music. Our guest today, Treehouse Sanctum, began as a duo and expanded to include a rhythm section. Live, they often recruit guest performers and close friends to join them on stage, keeping their performances fresh and unique. The band is currently in the process of completing its first full-length release, but has put out a few tracks along the way via their website. The day of our interview, they gave us a brand new track that made its Local Mix Monday debut last week, and it appears on today's show as well. For a complete track listing of today's show, visit our website at www.literatirecords.com. Now, spend some time getting to know Treehouse Sanctum. I'm down here at Paris on the Platte with my guest, Treehouse Sanctum. They're going to be playing a show here in a little bit. Well, let's start on my left and we'll go around and get names and instruments.
All right, I am Daniel Lynn Prado, and I sing and play guitar, and tonight I'm playing ukulele as well.
I am Sam Reimer. I sing and play kick drum and cajon sometimes and harmonica, and
we switch around.
Yeah,
kind
of makes
little multi-instrumentalist.
Yeah.
And I'm Andrew Horwath. I'm the percussionist. I play cajon and the foot bells and the shaker and snare or whatever you can attach
to his feet. Yeah.
A lot of multi-talented people here tonight. That's cool.
One of the guys is in there actually playing with us, but he's playing a set by himself, is Dave Villano, and he plays bass and violin for us.
Nice. Well, could you give us a brief history of how the band formed?
Well, it started about a little over 2 years ago. We were friends and just liked to play, and we had some songs, and one time I heard her singing, I was like, holy cow. So we just started hanging out and playing, and she had a bunch of songs, I had a few songs, and our first couple shows, for the first year or so, it was just the two of us, Danny and I. And then over that time, we created our whole set list, played a few shows, and just kept getting good feedback, so we kept going and brought in more people like Andrew and Dave along the way. We have a piano player who joins us a lot, kind of alternate between different people.
He's Ryan Durfee.
Tonight I got a special guest playing trumpet, so it's pretty fun.
Well, if you had to use one word to describe your music, what would it be? And you can each pick one word. I'll give you that freedom.
I'd have to say avant-garde.
I'd say the same.
Sorry, yeah. Someone came up to us after a show once and said, "Oh, you guys are so avant-garde," and we were like, "Yes, that's it." We like to experiment and throw in weird things and
a lot
pauses
of
and tempo changes and lots of stuff.
A lot of harmonies, a lot of acoustic instrumentations, but at the same time just mixing all different sounds you can make. I mean, he plays with bells on his feet sometimes, so whatever we can think of.
So maybe just open, again, kind of
open, yes.
Talking about with Sam was we're open to trying new things, trying new styles, and just having fun with it too, with what music is. I mean, music's such a joy. And I mean, being able to explore the different genres, explore the different styles, and incorporating different musicians, you kind of learn different ways to play. So very much open.
So you can take the same song, bring in a couple of different people, add different textures, and
Yeah.
it almost sounds like a completely different song.
Yeah, that's what we're doing tonight. We've never played these songs this way before, so it'll be even different.
We even have 3 songs we've never even played together, except for about an hour ago. We just all ran through them, so we're like, all right, well,
Well, I'm here on a very special night then.
let's wing it. Yeah.
Excellent. Well, I really like your song Paramore a lot.
Oh, cool.
Can you fill us in more on the inspiration or story behind that track?
Well, I wrote that one after a breakup. As any good song has, there's some sort of like turmoil in a relationship, and it just stemmed from that. I guess I was just kind of, I really liked the chord progression, and just actually need to throw some words, and the words that I found were from that breakup. So it's, I don't know if that's deep enough though.
It's kind of got a lush sound to it, you know.
Right. I would say it's a very honest song.
Now, you guys have been working on a new album, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
It's actually the debut, so that Paramore is part of it. We've released a few singles.
Cool.
Looking forward to releasing a new one with you tonight. So,
Yes, sir.
got a new one called Grace, Colorado. We just finished in the studio, and excited to put it out there for the people to hear.
How many tracks?
So far, we have 8. We're going to try and get to 10 or 12, and then we're going to bundle it all together and have an actual album release party when we get there. So.
Nice. No set release date yet on it, though. Still a few strings.
Yeah, I think we're all pretty busy in life, but look to music as a great outlet, and it's a project that no one has given up on. And I think the goal of having it done by sometime this year and getting it out by November or so would be ideal.
Yeah.
Now, does social media play a large role in getting your music out?
I think so.
Facebook is big for us. I guess we do have a lot of Twitter followers too, but yeah, most of our shows and stuff, the word gets out through Facebook. So
I think this day and age, it's one of the easiest ways to promote your stuff. You can reach the widest audience the quickest. We have fans like in Africa, you know.
That's really cool.
Weird places like that where I've been hit up by someone in Belgium who just wanted to know why the song, what a line in the song meant. So it's just like stuff like that. You're like, wow. You get talking, you're like, where are you from? You're like, oh, Belgium. Okay.
You ever ask them, like, how did you find our music?
You know, we're on a couple internet radio programs, like as far as like in their playlist sets, and I assume from that's the only way I can figure it out. But
yeah, SoundCloud maybe.
Yeah, SoundCloud and stuff like that.
Well, what has been the biggest challenge in getting your music out to a wider audience?
Good question.
I would say probably trying to do it on little or no budget. You know, we don't have a huge marketing budget to put ourselves out there.
Yeah, we have a Kickstarter idea put together, and we're trying to put together a video for it. We've got all the footage shot. We just actually have to edit it down and then push it out there. And that would be mostly to get the album across the finish line, the last 2 to 4 songs, plus any like marketing that we want to do around it. Really, I find the hardest thing about getting your music out there is actually not having a completed album. So excited about the fact that this is going to be done soon.
Yeah.
Once it's out there, then we'll see what comes next.
We'll be able to do a lot more after that's done. So.
And you'll have physical as well as digital copies?
Of course, yeah. It's nice to hand stuff out. I mean, mostly I would just like to give stuff away for free. I'd rather spread the word, like for people who just enjoy the music. Like you said, Paramore is a track you enjoyed, and it just brings people into shows too.
Well, here's where you get to like talk about your buddies and stuff. Who are some other local artists you think our listeners should check out?
Oh, that's a good question.
Or we should have on the show?
We played with the Constant Tourists a couple of times recently. I think they're really cool.
They're kind of gypsy rock.
Yeah,
really cool. Yeah, they're worthwhile checking out if you haven't. Yeah, the Constant Tourists. John Bolin we play a lot with. He used to be the frontman for Rosalie, which was a pretty hard rock Americana band. He's broken off solo. We actually play some with him, just backing him up, which is fun. Boba Fett and the what is it? Boba Fett and the Americans. I can't remember what they just changed their name, but it's awesome. It's like this marching band.
Wow.
And they're really. It's just you want to talk about avant-garde. That's definitely it. Navy. Dan Craig. Have you ever heard of Dan Craig? He was pretty big a few years ago, and he's kind of gotten back with the Meese brothers.
Okay.
Meese.
Okay.
And
Meese.
yep, they're playing under the heading Navy now. How about you? You got any locals? You play with quite a few people too.
I do. One person that does come to mind is my good friend. His name is Reed, but he's in a band called Collage.
Collage?
Yeah, and they're not really similar to our style at all, but they're very. If you have any listeners who are out there, kind of looking to find kind of really experimental, kind of almost on the side of electronic, but still kind of keeping rock to it. He's a good band to check out, and then his shows are just really fun. He tries to incorporate all the different kind of senses. So you get the audio through the music, and then the visual through like projections of like Gumby in the background, and then you'll get the smell through like incense, and then perfume, and then sometimes we'll have like interpretive dancing. So I mean, he really tries to put on a show.
That's cool.
And, I mean, whenever I see him play, I mean, he always encourages me just through the joy that he has in his playing, and I mean, yeah, I kind of take that with me when I try to play with the joy.
This guy gets into it. He's got such good rhythm. Rhythm is a big part, I think, of our music too. And one of the drivers that just it ties everything together in a nice bow. You know, if you don't have rhythm, then it's a little tougher.
Yeah. Well, do you guys have any shows coming up that you want to plug?
Herman's Hideaway in a couple weeks. I think it's the 12th. I think it's a Thursday of September. Yeah, actually, the rest of the time we've kind of been dedicating to try and get across the finish line with the album. So after that, hopefully we'll reassess. But I mean, we discovered, like your question about the bands. There were so many that I discovered at the UMS when we were talking there. I mean, countless that I came across, and the sounds were great. Arc Life was a band I really enjoyed seeing live.
Tomahawk Fox we liked a lot.
Tomahawk Fox played with it. Yeah, that's another band you should definitely check out.
Tomahawk Fox.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to play a new track from you guys coming up immediately following this interview. You want to tell us more about the new song?
So Grace, Colorado stemmed from back to the relationships that we talked about earlier. I think I had a stretch. I was divorced, so Danny and I are both single parents, which plays into probably the limited amount of time we can dedicate to music. I think I went through a stretch where I dated a lot and met a lot of amazing people through, in that time. And I think if I'd been in a better spot, there's a lot of different things that could have happened with any one of them. And I think that song is a representation of all those relationships kind of bundled into one person that I named Grace, Colorado. So that's kind of the quickest summary.
Also the other side of it from the girl perspective about I don't understand why this is going the way it is, or just confusion from both people coming together in one general thought.
And it is a duet, kind of back and forth, guy and girl.
That's a beautiful song.
Oh, thank you.
I like it a lot.
So yeah, it came together.
You were kind enough to give me an advance copy.
Yeah, absolutely. We had some great people help us out on that. Dave Villano, Christopher Bloom from Bloom Productions, and T.D. Davis, who's an amazing piano player, lent his skill set on that as well.
Well, guys, thanks so much for taking time to get together with us and fill us in on what's going on with you. Looking forward to a great show tonight.
Oh, thank you so much. Glad you came down.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Thank you. And if we can say one thing, we need more Facebook followers, apparently. So follow us on Facebook if you can, Treehouse Sanctum.
We'll have a link to it in the show notes, so get over there and give them a like. Up next is the brand new single from Treehouse Sanctum titled Grace, Colorado.
Whoa, a smile I didn't know, and her the grace that I let go, to sing myself a different tune, something new. How it hurt in her, wish I didn't do.
Everybody wants to find somebody, make them feel like they're the only way. Why do I feel like
Late night talks, pacing the blue room. Oh, she's funny too. Held on tight, didn't make it through.
Everybody wants to find somebody, make her feel like they're the only one. Why do I feel like I'm the only buddy? Broken heart when it's said and done. Everybody wants to ride the lightning in the west when it's just begun. Then such a sweet abandon. Am I just another?
And I fall away. I don't know which way to go. Still I fall away.
And I'm left here all alone.
And I think sometimes, oh, I want it flow.
What's wrong with me?
What's wrong with me? I don't know. Almarine, view window. She lied, it held me grow. Older now and wiser too. At least I think so. Every now and then I still think of you. I heard the grave, I let go.
And I fall away.
I heard the grave, I let go.
And I fall
I
away.
heard the grave, I let go. I heard the grave, I let go. Staying true to himself and whatever leads. Staying true to himself and whatever leads. Finding grace and mercy with a heart and soul. Finding grace and mercy won't seem to let go. Finding grace sufficient for this heavy, heavy load. As he walks his storylines, he left untold. That's when he gets down on his knees, let freedom ring. For all the pain and all the cost, let freedom ring. For all the heat and all the view, let freedom ring. He will surpass what he has lost, let freedom ring. The chains won't confine him anymore after the dawn. With a glad heart he will keep on keeping on. And he will hum the lyrics to his victory song until he passes over to the great beyond. And come that great moment we all can share. Come that great moment, lay down his way until it's sweet, sweet moment through the world's dreams. Until it's sweet, sweet moment for the coming year. We'll not forsake the righteous road he traveled on. A man not asunder from the wonder of his home. And I know all about him, let freedom ring. How he owns eternal hope, let freedom ring. How he'll give everything for you, let freedom ring. Though he's coming home real soon, let freedom Let freedom ring, freedom ring, freedom ring. Let freedom ring, freedom ring, freedom ring. Let freedom ring, freedom ring. Let freedom, let freedom, let freedom, let freedom ring. Rolling down this way on Sunday, the haze is coming into view. One more week until I can play, listening to the waves and you. Lightning in a bottle, come and find me. I'm dying for escape. I'm moving straight to the one I can be. Surrendering the give and take. Stay